What's going on, everybody? So, Jake Blickenstaff here. I came across some pretty interesting stuff this morning that I wanted to share with you guys. It's a couple different charts comparing different monetary systems around the world, and just really to put into perspective how small Bitcoin is compared to everything else. So, just bear with me and watch all the way through this. All right, so you need to imagine that this little block is the equivalent of $100 billion. And then I'm going to kind of go through just some of the descriptions on the right side. So this is silver. So currently, cryptocurrency is about $100 billion in market cap. And you can look, I'm going to kind of bounce back and forth between a few different charts. But right now, as I'm filming this, the price of Bitcoin is $7,771 per Bitcoin. And there's $129 billion going through Bitcoin itself currently. To jump back over to here. So cryptocurrency literally is the world's fastest growing asset ever. And when you compare it to some of these other really large companies with how well established they are, Apple is the world's largest public company by market cap with $807 billion. And then you have the 50 richest people in the world: Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk. The entire state of California is worth $2.9 trillion. Then you have the entire Fed balance sheet at 3.5 trillion or 4.5. And then just the currency across the world for the United States, Japan, all of Europe, China, and the rest of the world, 7.6 trillion. All the gold around the world, now this is split up in a couple different categories. So jewelry, private investments, others, and then central banks and the IMF. Now here's the stock market. Now, you're going to see why getting into the stock market is going to be important here, because in December, the CME Group, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, so literally the stock market, is getting into Bitcoin. So by the end of 2017, the stock market is going to have their hands in Bitcoin futures, and this is how large the stock market is. $73 trillion worth. And then this is going to be kind of global money across the world. And then global debt. Debt is important because that's pretty much what they swap back and forth, and kind of what got us into our crisis in 2008. And then derivatives. So you can see right here. So what is a derivative? Derivative is a contract between two or more parties that derives its value from performance of an underlying asset, index, or entity. So examples of derivatives are future contracts, which what I was just saying with Bitcoin, forward contracts, options, warrants, and swaps. Banks typically use high amounts of leverage to attain these positions. Some derivatives, such as commodity futures, are traded on regulated exchanges such as the CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. However, the majority of derivatives are traded outside of the exchange between private companies and are called all over-the-counter trade. And then it says collateralized debt obligations and credit default swaps are two derivative types that are now infamous for their role in the 2008 financial crisis. And it says here we've reached the low end estimate of $544 trillion. Then as you continue to go through, there's just a couple more statistics from different people. So Jeff Green said if there were not derivatives, there would be no bank loans at all today, because people want to get fixed rate 30-year loans, but banks don't want to keep 30-year loans on the books. So all of this money, and here's Bitcoin. That's crazy. So all of this money is coming into Bitcoin. That is going to massively pump up the market cap for Bitcoin. And I can almost guarantee you that overnight, as soon as that happens, we're going to be at $20,000 per Bitcoin. I promise you. And so you can look over to hear some of the news. So it says CME Group to test Bitcoin futures, price hits new all-time high. Right after the CME Group marketing team just distributed this message, price of Bitcoin spiked even higher. So, I mean, Wall Street is now just getting involved with Bitcoin. And when that happens, I mean, it's got to be massive, because prior to this, it was just everybody else that wanted to partake in it. And I mean, shit, the price is already north of $7,000. I found another neat picture that puts it into perspective a little bit more. So here is Bitcoin. Here's Bill Gates' net worth. And then here's the value of all cryptocurrencies. It says 200 billion. I think that might be a little old. Let me come back over here to the coin market cap. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. So $231 billion is the total amount going through all cryptocurrencies. And there's like over 1,000. Yeah, so 1,296 different cryptocurrencies, and there's over 6,700 different markets and exchanges. So where'd my image go? And then you can obviously see that this just gets massive and massive and massive. So when we get to a point of, there's another article I found. So when we get to the same market cap as gold, the required price for Bitcoin to be would be $500,000. So we don't even have like 1% of, we have a little bit more than 1% of the gold market. But for them to jump into this too, when the value starts increasing on here, you're going to have people that are going to be selling off some of their gold and buying into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin literally is the digital gold. I mean, it's just a phenomenal store of value. You can't deny that. I mean, comparing the price of Bitcoin and even just like the top 10 cryptocurrencies over the last year. So here's all the cryptocurrencies in the top 10 right now. So you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple, Litecoin, Dash, Neo, IOTA, Monero, and NEM. So I'll just name off a couple of these and I'll show you, because I know that they're on this other chart that I'm going to show you. The price for Bitcoin today, $77.71. Ethereum, $333. Bitcoin Cash, $12.92. Bitcoin Cash wasn't on the charts last year because I think it just forked like in August from Bitcoin Core. Ripple, 22 cents. Litecoin, $67. Dash, $451. Neo is $43. Monero, $126. So now this is the exact same graph, but from November 20th of 2016. So pretty much a year ago. Now look at this. So Bitcoin a year ago was $754. Ethereum was $9. Ripple was less than a penny. Litecoin was less than $4. Monero was less than $6. So can you imagine just what the prices of all these cryptocurrencies are going to be a year from now? I mean, it's insane. So cryptocurrency really is the kind of the place to be whenever it comes to investing and having a good long-term store of value, because you're not going to get this rate of return anywhere else. So hopefully you guys got some value out of this. If you do like, drop some likes or some comments. If you didn't like it, drop some comments anyways. So we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks.